I think one of my interests in the world as Mahdi Shaheeb Sher is the 10-year Syria war. We've had it for 10 years. That's a long time for a war. Wars can last 2 to 3 years and can be resolved within that short period of time. But I think with some unsuccessful wars, they drag on for 10 years. And especially with the Syria war, it's dragged on for 10 years. And it's now coming to some kind of a conclusion with the collapse of the Assad regime and a replacement of some kind of a popular government with the militia and with other people. So I think it's good that we are concluding the Syria war, the 10-year Syria war. I think I was also perhaps involved with that in some way, and I think that it was kind of the byproduct of the Arab Spring. We had the Arab Spring with I think it was the hard bloc Bush administration and Hillary Clinton, and they found the need to do something desperate in the Arab world, and I think they did the Arab Spring, which is very extreme for the circumstances at the time. I think there wasn't much of a problem, but the Americans felt the need to do something big, and perhaps a big like the Arab Spring. So I think they did the Arab Spring. That's kind of like 5 North African countries. It's Tunisia, Libya, Algeria, and maybe Egypt as well, and Syria as well. So I think that the Syria war developed from the Arab Spring. It was very much focused around North Africa, but it pushed into the Middle East as well, and it could have developed quite well in the Middle East, but I think it stopped in Syria, and that could be something to do with me as well. And as a result, it stopped in Syria, and we've had 10 years of war in Syria because it stopped in Syria. And I think that now that the Syria war is coming to an end, I think we can kind of put it to the back seat or something. But the Arab Spring has changed the Muslim world. I think the Arab Spring kind of did militia groups. It did militia with legal governments. I think we had very legal, rightful governments in the Arab world and in North Africa, but because of the Americans and the Arab Spring, we had some irregular militia. They drove American pickup trucks with machine guns. That's what that militia looked like. It looked like American pickup trucks. Those are Arabs and Muslims driving American pickup trucks as militia. So I think that's what their militia looked like. It looked like American pickup trucks. They had machine guns, and they kind of killed innocent people. They threatened the legitimacy of the legal governments in North Africa and the Arab world. And I think because of their sheer violence and bloodiness and butchery, they managed to intimidate those governments, and that's why those governments simply backed off, and the militia just kind of took over a vacant space. And those militia governments have been there for 10 to 15 years, ever since the Arab Spring. And now that the 10-year Syria war, the Syria war is coming to a close, I think we're drawing the Arab Spring to a close, and we can put that chapter behind us, the Arab Spring chapter, and perhaps come to some kind of a regular behaviour with the Arab world and the Muslim world. We still have issues like the Yemen conflict and the Houthis and the rebels. We still have other issues in other places. We have Iran pushing itself into the Middle East, perhaps because of the Arab Spring. And these are like Shia revolutionaries, the revolutionaries for the Muslim world, but the Shia, but the revolutionaries nonetheless. And I think we've had displacement groups like ISIS as well, which are kind of Western fighting groups and militia groups, kind of biting at Syria. So I think that the 10-year Syria war is coming to a conclusion now, and it's good that Bashar al-Assad has abandoned his government and is leaving now, and we can find a different Syria now. It's probably going to be popular like the North African countries. So I think that it's drawing to a conclusion, and perhaps we can move on from this Arab Spring chapter and say goodbye to the Syria war. Thank you very much.